Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. It's a life update video. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Apologies for the voice. I did 4.5 hours of lives today, and also I'm coming off the fact that I had a little bit of a health scare earlier this week. I'm fine, mostly physically. We had the let me wind the clocks back a couple weeks ago. As some of you may or may not know, I've been on the hunt for a forever bae, and believe that I think I'm still technically single at this point, but we'll see. We'll see in next year's update video. I start by going to Arizona. I look at a couple of places to live. With a gal, I go to. I do want to move to Arizona next year, at least for the winter. Even though right now, being in the great state of Ohio has been awesome. Mostly, again, the winter's kind of rough, and the lack of delis and decent Chinese. And don't get me wrong, I have Chinese food. I've had Chinese food for 3 days in a row. New York food, a little bit better, but the Ohio's great for most of the years. Winters are rough. Decided that Arizona will be the next place I go, at least for the winters next year, and like a summer place here, might get a summer place. I'm not sure where, but that was the first leg of my trip. I look at some places, decide that places with exercise centers are trash. At least the exercise centers are, and basically my criteria for a living is I need to be close to a reasonable gym and an airport. As long as I have those two things, and a place where there's excellent Wi-Fi. As long as I have those places, it's all I really care about. And because I travel a lot, try to work out a lot. I haven't worked out in weeks. You'll see why. So I go to Arizona, I look at places there with a gal, and then me and a friend the next morning we drive to Vegas. And 2.5 minutes in, okay, let's speed this up. While we're driving to Vegas, I wanted to look up a place called the Clown Motel, and I was like, let's try to stay there. But it was many hours out of our way. We wound up not going. There's another thing. We might stay. I'll stay there eventually, and then I want to stay at the Poltergeist place. It's like $2,300 a night. Long story. Anyway, as an Airbnb. Anyway, we go to Vegas. I feel like I'm gonna. Anyway, I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of friends and fans, and that was amazing, and other stuff there as well. Gambled, had a great time, and I had I won a couple of awards from VeVe. It was one award, but I got many things for that one award. That was awesome. The VeVe company had announced that they are going to what's called a collect chain, where all of the digital collectibles we have will be interoperable, will be able to be put on our private wallets, personal MetaMask and all that jazz, which is really cool. A lot of sentiments, really hyped with that, and that's a big part of my life, so that's really cool. After Vegas, I went to another location with a couple of friends, and that family life was awesome. And again, they're trying to find a forever bae. Had a couple dates there and some were really good, but again, still hadn't hit that perfect spot yet where it's like, okay, find someone to settle down with. And so anyway, that was really cool. We do a lot of awesome stuff there. We see movies, we dance, and we work out, and then Stranger Things comes out. I fly back on Thanksgiving. In airports most of the day traveling, get to see Stranger Things. That is so good. Stranger Things. Oh, okay. No spoilers for this, but for the first 4 episodes that we got, pretty heckin' awesome. That's one of my. I'm really glad I'm alive to be able to see. Just at the same, I'm so thankful to be alive. There's a lot of people that say like, oh yeah, like that question, what time period do you wish you were born in? And a lot of people say like, 60s were awesome, 70s is good music, like all that. And some people say like the roaring 20s. And like, for me, especially for minorities, you don't want to go back like 50 years in the past. You want to like Like from the 90s to now, it was so like now like technology is the best, life is the best. I'm just thankful to have been born at a time where, being able to be influenced by great anime, Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, be alive at the same time as Pokemon is such a privilege. And then Stranger Things, obviously, so good. It's like these cultural things that just, God, they're so good. The next batch of episodes comes out on Christmas Day, and then the last big episode comes out on New Year's. I should be in Arizona for that. If you're in Arizona in the area, come say hey. And we're gonna go to the movies. Like, you get to go see them at the movies. It's great. And so I see that. I sleep a lot that next day on that Friday. I go be a normal person on Saturday. I work out, and then on Sunday I had to work, unfortunately, but I was just so sick like that whole day. And then that night I was like, okay, let me sweat this out. Let me put on like a garbage bag with a bunch of clothes and a hat, and I'm like just trying to sweat it out. And I like overdo it, and I was like, okay, I don't feel good at all. Like I feel like I'm dying. So let me take a cold shower. This temperature has clearly spiking. Like my entire body is just burning hot. Take a cold shower, and then my chest really starts hurting. And I'm like asking ChatGPT, like, is it an appropriate time to call an ambulance if your chest, like, I don't know, like I feel like we all have chest pains randomly every now and then, at least I do. And I was like, ugh. And ChatGPT's like, yeah, you should go to a hospital. I was like, okay, all right, thanks ChatGPT. And I'm not sure what it is, so I was like, okay. I go, and it turns out it was the flu, and I was just coughing, or my chest was hurting because I was coughing so much, and it's like, okay, get meds, and died for like 2 days. Mostly back now. And then I had to reschedule a bunch of stuff. Reschedule a bunch of my work stuff for. I'm not going to sleep for a lot of the rest of the year. There's a lot of work to be done, which is great. A lot of stuff with crypto. So without giving anything away, VeVe and their OMI token, they have a big announcement this month. DEVVE and their DEVVE token have a big announcement this month, and Definity and their DEFX token have a big announcement this month. daCat, as I always talk about, we're always doing stuff. I'll keep you guys posted. If you want to have a 1 of 10 physical comic, so we're gonna probably print 1,000 comics, and a 1 of 10. So there'll be 990 of the same covers, but then 10 of those covers will be separate. They'll be different. They'll be signed by me and the artist. We're looking at about $250 for those each, and the other ones are just gonna be like $10. Maybe, yeah, it'll probably be about $10. So it's gonna cost several $1,000s to print all of those. Obviously, the digital comic that'll come out on VeVe. I'm hoping January, maybe February. We'll see. But all of these crypto projects that I cover all the time, and I know you guys that are here right now don't really follow me or know me for that. You know me just as Randy Chavez from whether it was the military, whether it was before then, back in the day, since then, meeting, whatever, or just a friend, former girlfriends. I know you guys. I know some of you guys watch. Haters, I know you guys watch too. This is going to be a major announcement, and I, as busy as I am right now, and it's insane, I will be much busier as these things come out. And this is why I wanted to try to find this forever bay. My life will never be the same after these announcements. Some of these announcements come out, and crypto goes crazy. And I wanted to find the forever bay beforehand, and may or may not have found one. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. As busy as I'll be towards the end of this year. Question for my married folks. Are you happy? Do you regret it? What do you wish you did different? When did you know? Let me know. Next year, traveling is going to be insane. I'll be traveling at least once a month, probably every month, which that in itself is fine. But just having to do work while traveling has been an issue. That's been hard. And I think that's part of the reason why I got sick too. I was just doing way too much, and I don't know how to combat that. And it's like, okay, well, just don't work as hard. like, like, how do you expect to get ahead of, like, how? That's what I do, and it's fun, and it's. I feel like Robin Williams was like, where he's talking about his children, like saying I can't have access to my children's, like telling me I can't have air, telling me not to work hard. I can't not do that. I've always worked hard. I can't remember a time when I didn't. Um, and I love the stuff that I'm working with and I'm working on. I love the people that I'm working with. Life is in such a good place right now, um, and I think it's only going to get better. I mean, 7 months ago, crypto's in the shitter. My back was completely destroyed. I was like pretty much disabled, immobile. Obviously, I'm sick as heck right now, but things are going to get really good, really, really quickly. Um, this is 2025. For the friends that have supported me always and have understood why I'm not really around as much or ever now. Thank you for the support. Thank you for understanding. You guys mean the world to me. For those that kind of don't understand, and I don't know, 100, 200. There's at least 100 new text messages in this past week that I haven't gotten to. Um, I'm sorry. I wish if I could have one wish that's not like a normal semi wish that's not like, okay, you can't wish for world peace, you can't wish for $18 billion. Like I would wish to negate the need for sleep, because then I would have time to work, or to maybe work the same amount, but to then have time to spend with all of you. Um, I, I wish I could do more. I really do. But for um, 2026, again, I'll be traveling a lot. Hopefully with the Forever Bay. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. um, we'll have. I want, from the time I started this channel, I had said my main goal was to make enough money to buy a bunch of land in Madagascar, to then where these endangered species are, create a sanctuary, fight some fight not terrorists, fight some well, I guess them too if the need arises, but fight some poachers, um, and then have to protect the land and hopefully get them off the endangered species list. And in that way, maybe in the future humans would, as the human race on this planet and beyond, at Mars eventually, they start caring about the environment. They start. I think one of the few problems in the future would be that people would have wished some people would have acted in this time now to help save some animals, because I think they're really cool. And so that's the problem that I'm working on, and I'll continue to work on probably until I can't anymore, until I'm gone. But for now, again, to try to be the brown Steve Irwin, which I would really, I haven't met the Irwins yet, but at some point at one of their galas, I'll just buy the most expensive, or I'll just buy like an hour of their time, however many hundreds of thousands of dollars that costs. So I'll be like, okay, how do we work together? How do I help? I'm gonna have a lot of money in the next half a decade to decade. What they know that conservation game, um, and that's when 90% of my net worth will go to. It will go to animal conservation, and I don't think anyone else knows it like they do. If y'all know organizations that are just like, hey, actually, this organization's really good because X, Y, and Z, comment that down below. But it's go time soon. You guys will maybe see some of the announcements. Maybe you won't. But I can't wait. And thank you guys. It's been a heck of a. God, it's been about 9 years since I left the military. Been a heck of a decade. Cheers to the next one. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Everyone say bye bye to Dashi. Bye bye Dashi. I love you. Ooh, meow 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 meow.